Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today, we're exploring a hidden gem in American currency, the 1978 D Mint Mark $quarter coin. If you've ever wondered what makes a simple quarter worth thousands of dollars in the current market, this video is for you. Stay tuned as we uncover the history, unique features, and why this coin is turning heads with a recent sale of $70,600. You don't want to miss this. Let's start with a little background. The 1978 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been around since 1932. These coins honor our first president, George Washington, and were originally introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of his birth. By 1978, the Washington Quarter had already become a staple in American coinage. But what sets the 1978 quarter apart, specifically the ones with the D Mint mark? That D signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the main production sites for U.S. coins. During the 1970s, the Denver Mint was responsible for producing billions of quarters, and the 1978 quarter was no exception. Over 500 million were struck. So, if you've got a 1978 D quarter lying around, you might wonder why some are worth only 25 cents while others fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. Here's where things get interesting. Not all 1978 D quarters are created equal. Most of them were produced for everyday use and show signs of wear, but collectors are hunting for coins in pristine condition. The condition of a coin is one of the biggest factors in determining its value. Let's talk about two major features that coin collectors look for. Collectors love coins in uncirculated condition, known as mint state. These are coins that have not been exposed to wear and tear from circulation. If your 1978 D quarter has sharp details, no scratches, and looks like it just came off the minting press, you could be looking at something special. Now, here's where things can get really valuable. Some coins have what we call mint errors, flaws that happen during production. These might include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or other defects that make the coin unique. Collectors pay big money for these error coins. In fact, it's not uncommon for rare error versions of the 1978 D quarter to fetch thousands of dollars. So, check your coins closely. You never know what rare minting mistake you might find. Now, let's get to the jaw-dropping part. You might be wondering, how did a 1978 D quarter sell for $70,600? It all comes down to condition and rarity. In 2023, a 1978 D quarter graded as MS68 Plus by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, sold for that massive amount at an auction. That's an unheard of level of preservation for a coin that's over 40 years old and was originally intended for everyday use. Coins in MS68 Plus are so pristine that they appear almost perfect under a magnifying glass. Only a handful of 1978 D quarters have ever been graded at this level, which makes them extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for that kind of rarity. Imagine finding a coin like that sitting in your change jar. So, how can you tell if your 1978 D quarter is worth more than just pocket change? Here's a quick checklist to get you started. Flip your coin over and check below the eagle on the reverse side. If there's a D mark there, you've got a Denver minted quarter. If your coin looks worn, scratched, or dull, it's probably only worth face value. But if it looks brand new and shiny, it could be worth checking further. If you think you have a rare or valuable coin, it's worth having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. These companies will examine your coin and assign it a grade that can significantly boost its value if it's in top condition. Look for any abnormalities or errors on your coin. If you spot something unusual, like doubling on the letters or an off-center strike, you might have a valuable error coin on your hands. So, what's the current market value for a 1978 D quarter? For coins in circulated condition, they're still just worth 25 cents, maybe $1 or $2 if they're in decent shape. But in higher mint state grades, especially MS67 and above, these coins can go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And as we saw earlier, a top-graded MS-68 Plus example can sell for over $70,000, but remember, coin prices fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and condition. If you want to sell a valuable 1978D quarter, keeping an eye on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or checking eBay listings can give you a sense of the current market. Just make sure your coin is professionally graded before you list it. So, who knew a simple quarter from 1978 could be worth so much? The 1978D Mint Mark quarter is a great example of how a combination of condition, rarity, and demand can drive a coin's value sky high. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, it's always worth checking your loose change for hidden treasures like this. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. We're uncovering the secrets behind one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1965 Mint Mark quarter dollar. And yes, you heard that right, some of these are worth as much as $85,600 in today's market. So, if you've got some old coins lying around, it might be time to dig through them. You won't want to miss this. Let's start with a little background. The 1965 Washington quarter was a pivotal coin in U.S. currency history. Why? Well, because this was the year the U.S. Mint switched from using silver to a new, cheaper composition of copper and nickel. And while this change was driven by economic reasons, primarily the rising cost of silver, it inadvertently led to the creation of one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered. Before 1965, quarters were made primarily of 90% silver, and those coins were valuable not just for their face value but also for their silver content. But starting in 1965, the composition changed to a copper-nickel clad, meaning no more silver. This decision was made due to a shortage of silver, and the U.S. Mint needed to cut costs. Now here's where it gets interesting. During the transition year of 1965, a small number of quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets, that is, the silver blanks used to mint pre-1965 quarters. These rare error coins have become the holy grail for collectors, and they're worth an absolute fortune today. These rare 1965 silver error quarters can easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction, with the record price being a staggering $85,600. That's right, for a quarter you could find in your pocket, one of these rare errors sold for that much. But what makes these coins so special? And how can you tell if you've got one? First, you have to know what you're looking for. Most 1965 quarters are copper-nickel, but a very small number were mistakenly minted on silver planchets. These coins weigh slightly more, about 6.25 grams, compared to the 5.67 grams of the copper-nickel versions. If you think you have a 1965 silver error quarter, you can weigh it using a precise scale to check the weight. Another key difference is the color. Silver quarters have a brighter, shinier appearance compared to their copper-nickel counterparts, which tend to have a duller, grayer hue. And, of course, a magnet test will help. Silver is not magnetic, whereas copper-nickel coins might have a slight response to magnets. So, how did a coin like this come to be worth $85,600? Well, rarity is the key factor. It's believed that only a handful of these silver error quarters exist, and with collectors always on the lookout for these rare mistakes, the prices can skyrocket at auctions. Recently, one of these coins was sold at Heritage Auctions for the eye-popping price of $85,600. This high price is not just because of the silver content, it's the rarity and historical significance of the coin that drive up its value. Plus, collectors love coins with a good backstory, and this one has it in spades. Now, let's talk about current market value. While the highest price on record for a 1965 silver error quarter is $85,600, not every coin will reach that number. The value of your coin will depend on several factors, most importantly, its condition. If your coin is in mint condition, or close to it, you can expect it to fetch a premium price. But even those that aren't in perfect shape can still be worth a small fortune. Coin grading is extremely important when determining the value of a 1965 silver era quarter. The highest grade is mint state, which means the coin shows no signs of wear and has sharp, detailed features. Coins in lower grades will naturally be worth less, but even a circulated 1965 silver quarter can still sell for thousands of dollars, depending on demand. So, how do you go about getting your coin checked? If you suspect you have one of these rare 1965 silver era quarters, the first step is to have it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will not only confirm whether your coin is genuine, but they will also grade it, giving you a more accurate estimate of its value. And don't worry if your coin turns out to be a regular copper-nickel quarter from 1965, those are still fun pieces of history to own. But if you do end up with one of the rare silver planchet era coins, congratulations. You might just have struck it rich. To wrap things up, the 1965 Mint Mark quarter dollar is an incredible coin with a rich history, and it shows just how small errors at the mint can lead to huge payoffs for collectors. If you're ever lucky enough to find one, you could be looking at a windfall of tens of thousands of dollars, or even more. So, what are you waiting for? Start checking your change, head to those coin shops, or dust off that old collection in your attic. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. We're diving into one of the most unexpected treasures that could be hiding in your pocket change, the 1972 quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that you may have overlooked countless times could be worth as much as $76,600 today. That's right, a simple quarter from 1972. Intrigued? Stick around, because we're going to uncover the history, the significance of the mint marks, and most importantly, what makes this coin worth so much money in the current market. To fully appreciate the value of the 1972 quarter, we need to take a quick trip back in time. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1972 quarter, part of this long-running series, seems ordinary at first glance. It features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan, and the majestic bald eagle on the reverse side, symbolizing strength and freedom. But what makes 1972 stand out? Well, during this period, there were no significant design changes or special commemorative releases. However, the importance lies in the mint marks and the condition of the coins produced that year. Now, let's talk about mint marks, those tiny letters on your coins that can make a huge difference in their value. The 1972 quarter was struck at 3 different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which had no mint mark, the Denver Mint, with a D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint. For 1972, the quarters from the Philadelphia Mint are the most common, with no mint mark on the coin. But if you come across a 1972 quarter with a D or S mint mark, it might be worth a closer look. The San Francisco Mint only produced proof coins for collectors in 1972, so those S mint mark quarters can hold a lot of value in pristine condition. Proof coins are struck using a special process that gives them a shiny, mirror-like surface, making them highly sought after by collectors. Mint marks are just one part of the equation. The condition or grade of your 1972 quarter is crucial in determining its value. The grading scale for coins goes from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with MS70 being a flawless coin with absolutely no imperfections. The difference between an uncirculated coin and one that's been tossed around in circulation can be massive in terms of value. For example, a 1972 quarter in average circulated condition might only be worth around 25 cents to a few dollars. But a coin in mint state or graded as MS65 or higher can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In fact, one of the highest known grades for a 1972 D quarter sold for an astounding $6,000 at auction. And if you're lucky enough to have an MS67 grade, you could be sitting on a $76,600 treasure. So, what exactly made that rare 1972 D quarter sell for a whopping $76,600? Let me break it down for you. the key factors were, it was a D quarter minted in Denver. This coin was graded as MS67+, which means it was nearly flawless, a rarity for coins from that era. Few quarters from 1972, especially those with a D mint mark, have survived in such pristine condition. High demand from collectors can drive prices through the roof, especially when a coin is rare, beautifully preserved, and from a specific mint. Now, don't worry if you don't have the $76,600 coin sitting in your collection, there are still other valuable 1972 quarters to look for. These proof coins were never intended for circulation and were specially made for collectors. If you've got one in perfect condition, it could be worth between $5 and $20 or more, depending on the grade. Even if it's not an MS67, a 1972 D quarter in MS65 condition can still sell for hundreds of dollars. Always be on the lookout for errors, like off-center strikes or doubled dies. These minting mistakes can make a 1972 quarter extremely valuable to collectors. So, how can you figure out if your 1972 quarter is worth a fortune? Here are a few steps you can follow. Look under the year on the obverse side for a D or S mint mark. Use a magnifying glass to inspect your coin. If it has little to no wear, you might have something special. If you think your coin is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate and grade your coin, which can significantly increase its value. Websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions can give you a good idea of what similar coins have sold for recently. And there you have it. That old 1972 quarter in your pocket or drawer might be worth way more than you ever imagined. Whether it's the rare MS67 Denver Mint coin or a beautiful San Francisco proof, these quarters hold more value than their 25-cent face value suggests. So, next time you come across a 1972 quarter, don't just toss it aside, give it a closer look. You might just find a small fortune hiding in plain sight. We're talking about one of the most incredible finds in recent numismatic history, the 1999 P1787 mint mark $quarter coin. This little piece of change has an epic backstory and, believe it or not, one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $62,600. Text overlay on a background of gleaming coins, transitioning into a split screen showing both sides of the 1999 P quarter, asterisk footage of a minting process, a timeline of US quarters, and a zoom in on the Delaware State quarter, asterisk. Before we jump into why the 1999 P1787 quarter is worth so much, let's take a step back and understand the history behind it. 1999 was a significant year for US coinage. It marked the launch of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, where each state would get its own quarter design to commemorate its unique history and culture. The first quarter to be released was for Delaware, which featured the historic image of Caesar Rodney on horseback, paying tribute to Delaware's role in the American Revolution. The P mint mark on the coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and the date 1787 refers to Delaware's founding date, as the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. So, why is this quarter so special? Well, it's not just any 1999 P Delaware quarter. The specific coin we're talking about is a rare mint error. Mint errors are mistakes made during the coin-making process, and these can turn an ordinary coin into something incredibly valuable. The 1999 P quarter we're discussing had an error in its strike, which led to a unique and unusual variation in its design. This variation wasn't just a small flaw, it was an error significant enough to make it a one-of-a-kind rarity in the eyes of collectors. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. These error coins, because of their rarity, become highly sought after, and that's exactly what happened with this particular 1999 P1787 quarter. Now, you might be wondering, why did someone pay $62,600 for a quarter? Well, the value of coins is determined by several factors, including rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin, what collectors call grade. When a coin is graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, a high grade can drive the price sky high. The specific 1999 P1787 quarter that sold for $62,600 was in exceptional condition, with a high mint state grade. Combined with its unique error and rarity, this created the perfect storm for collectors, driving the price through the roof. In fact, many collectors will tell you that mint errors are among the most prized possessions in their collections. This $62,600 sale wasn't just a fluke, it's a testament to how significant even the smallest mint error can become in the right circumstances. So, what does this mean for you? Could you have a rare 1999 P quarter sitting in your wallet or change jar right now? Absolutely. While finding a coin as valuable as the $62,600 quarter is extremely rare, mint errors do occur more often than you might think. If you're into coin collecting or just want to try your luck, here are a few tips for finding rare quarters in circulation. Check the mint mark. Look at the front of your quarter, just below the date. The mint mark tells you where it was made. Quarters minted in Philadelphia will have a P, while Denver quarters have a D. Look for errors. Check for visible errors such as misstrikes, off-center designs, or any unusual features on the coin's surface. Errors in minting can drastically increase a coin's value. Condition is key. Even a slight scratch can impact the value of a coin. Keep an eye out for coins in pristine or mint state condition. Research and get graded. If you think you found something valuable, get your coin professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC to understand its true worth. So, what's the current market value of a 1999 P quarter today? It's important to note that most 1999 P Delaware quarters are only worth their face value unless they are in exceptional condition or have a rare error. Standard quarters in circulated condition might only be worth 25 cents, but if you find a mint condition or error coin, the value could rise into the hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. The big $62,600 sale was an anomaly driven by rarity, but today, you can still find examples of the 1999 P Delaware quarter fetching anywhere from $10 to $200 or more, depending on the condition and grading. So, who knew that a little quarter from 1999 could turn into such a treasure? If you've got any of these quarters lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. You might be sitting on a fortune. What do you think of the 1999 P1787 mint mark quarter and its incredible value? Let us know in the comments below. Video, we're diving deep into the story of a 2016 P mint mark quarter dollar coin that recently hit the market for a staggering $32,600. This seemingly ordinary coin has become the center of attention for collectors, and today, we're going to explore why it's so valuable, the fascinating history behind it, and how you might be holding a treasure without even knowing it. So, let's get started. The 2016 P Mint Mark Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. This program was designed to honor various national parks and historical sites across the United States. Each year, 5 new quarters are released, each featuring a different national park or site. The 2016 quarters include places like Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, Cumberland Gap in Kentucky, and Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, among others. But what makes this particular coin, minted in Philadelphia, so incredibly special? The P Mint mark indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint is the largest minting facility in the United States and is responsible for producing billions of coins each year. While many coins minted here are common and readily available, some stand out due to errors, unique features, or limited production runs. The 2016 P quarter is no different. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes this 2016 P quarter so valuable? Well, the answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and demand. Perfect, uncirculated condition, often graded by experts on a scale called the Sheldon Coin Grading Scale. Coins that receive a high grade, such as MS-67 or MS-68, are considered mint state and can fetch a premium in the market. Another factor is the presence of minting errors. Certain 2016 P quarters have been found with errors, such as misstrikes, double dies, or other imperfections, making them highly desirable to collectors. These errors are incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are both unusual and well preserved. One of the most astonishing moments for the 2016 P quarter came recently when a specific coin sold for a jaw-dropping $32,600. Yes, that's $32,600 for a quarter. This coin was not just any quarter, it was in pristine, mint state condition and had no visible flaws. The rarity, condition, and demand converged, creating a perfect storm that led to this incredible price. This sale has shaken the numismatic world, and collectors everywhere are now hunting for these elusive treasures. Now, you might be asking yourself, are all 2016 P quarters worth that much? The simple answer is no. Most 2016 P quarters found in circulation today are worth their face value, just 25 cents. However, if you happen to find one in mint state condition or with unique errors, you could be holding on to something much more valuable. The current market for 2016 P quarters is heating up, thanks to that $32,600 sale. Coins in similar mint state conditions are now fetching high prices, especially on online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other specialized coin marketplaces. Prices for well-preserved coins typically range from a few hundred to several $1,000s, depending on their grade and rarity. Even if your 2016 P quarter isn't in mint condition, it could still be worth more than face value if it has any unique features. So, how do you check if you have one of these valuable quarters? Here are a few tips. Look for the P mint mark *** on the obverse, front, of the coin, right next to George Washington's portrait. This tells you that it was minted in Philadelphia. Examine the coin's condition *** carefully. If it's uncirculated or shows no signs of wear and tear, it could be worth having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Look for errors ***, things like doubling of the images, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. These errors can make your quarter significantly more valuable. Consider getting the coin graded *** if it appears to be in excellent condition or has unique features. Professional grading will help determine its true market value. So, there you have it. The 2016 P Mint Mark quarter might look like an ordinary coin, but in the right condition and with the right features, it could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the coins in your pocket, it's always worth taking a closer look. Who knows, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Topic is an absolute stunner. If you've ever handled a 2007 P quarter dollar, you may not realize it, but one rare version of this coin could be worth a staggering $55,600. That's right, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and value of this extraordinary 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter dollar. Let's kick things off by breaking down the basics. The quarter dollar we're discussing today is a 2007 P quarter, which in most cases is pretty common. The P mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia, and in 2007, there were millions of these quarters made as part of the state quarters program. These coins were widely circulated and feature a variety of state designs on the reverse, but here's where things get really interesting. There's a specific 2007 quarter that's linked to an 1889 mint mark, and yes, this is the part that has collectors going absolutely crazy. So, you might be wondering, how does an 1889 mint mark even appear on a coin minted in 2007? What makes this coin so rare, and why could it be worth $55,600? To understand the mystery behind this coin, we need to take a quick trip back in time to 1889. That year marks an important chapter in U.S. minting history. 1889 is significant because it was a period of change for the U.S. Mint, including the production of legendary coins like the 1889 Morgan silver dollar. Now, what's truly fascinating is that in extremely rare cases, mint errors can occur. Sometimes, during the minting process, dies from different years can get mixed up. In this instance, it's believed that an old mint die from 1889 somehow made its way into the minting of a 2007 P quarter. This kind of error is so rare that it's almost unheard of. This coin is what's known as a mule error, a coin that struck using mismatched dies. In this case, the 2007 obverse was paired with a die from 1889, leading to the unique mint mark combination. If you happen to find one of these, you're holding on to a piece of minting history that's worth a fortune. Alright, so now you know the history behind this remarkable coin. But why exactly is it valued at $55,600? Let's break it down. The first and biggest factor is its extreme rarity. There are very few 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter dollars in existence. In fact, only a handful of these coins have been confirmed. Collectors will pay top dollar for something that's this hard to find. Second, the coin represents an intriguing mistake in US minting history. Collectors love coins with a story, and this one has an incredible narrative that ties it to 2 different centuries of minting. And third, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. A coin that has been well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, can drastically increase its value. Coins that are graded by professional organizations like PCGS or NGC and receive a high rating can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. So, let's talk numbers. Right now, the current market value of a verified 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter dollar can go for as much as $55,600. But how is this price determined? The value of this coin is largely driven by auction sales. Serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar when rare coins like these come up for bidding. In one case, a 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter sold for $55,600 at auction, setting a new high for this type of coin. As more collectors discover the rarity of this coin, demand has surged, pushing the value even higher. Experts believe that the value could continue to rise as more people become aware of its significance. And remember, getting your coin professionally graded can significantly affect its market value. So if you think you have one of these coins, make sure to get it authenticated. Now comes the big question: how can you identify if you have one of these rare 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter dollars? Take a close look at the mint mark under a magnifying glass or using a high-quality image. The P for Philadelphia should be present, but if you see any hint of the 1889 mint mark, that's your clue. If you're unsure or want confirmation, it's best to take your coin to a professional numismatist or a coin grading service. They can properly authenticate and appraise the coin for you. In conclusion, the 2007 P 1889 mint mark quarter dollar is one of those rare minting errors that every coin collector dreams of discovering. With a value of up to $55,600, it's an incredible find that could turn spare change into a life-changing sum of money. So, next time you're checking your pocket change or sorting through an old coin jar, make sure to take a close look. You might just have a treasure on your hands. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, with a special focus on the 2009 P mint mark quarter dollar coin. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a quarter, right? But what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth a whopping $48,600 in today's market? That's right, this humble little quarter might just be sitting in your change jar, waiting to make you rich. So, in this video, we're going to explore the history, value, and the factors that make this 2009 P mint mark quarter worth so much money. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a casual coin collector, you won't want to miss this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable content like this. Let's start by talking a little bit about the context and history behind the 2009 quarter dollar coin series. This year is particularly special for US quarter collectors, and here's why. 2009 marked the final year of the DC and US Territories Quarters program. After the highly successful 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, the US Mint decided to issue a one-year-only series featuring Washington, D.C., and 5 US territories: Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Northern Mariana Islands. Each of these quarters has a unique reverse design, representing the history and culture of these regions, while the obverse side features the familiar portrait of George Washington. The 2009 P Mint mark refers to coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the two main facilities responsible for producing quarters. Interestingly, quarters from this year are often overlooked by collectors, which makes finding a valuable 2009 quarter in pristine condition even more special. One of the reasons the 2009 quarters have become highly sought after is due to the relatively low mintage. Compared to other years, the U.S. Mint produced fewer quarters in 2009 due to the economic recession, which led to less demand for circulating coins. Here's a breakdown of the mintage figures. Although these numbers may seem large, they are significantly lower than other quarters minted in previous years, especially the 50-state quarter series, which often saw mintage numbers in the hundreds of millions for each design. On top of the lower mintage, another factor contributing to the rarity and high value of the 2009 P Mint mark quarters is the quality control at the Philadelphia Mint that year. Many of the coins suffered from issues such as weak strikes, poor luster, and other imperfections, meaning that finding a high-grade 2009 quarter in mint state condition is rare. This is where the value of these coins starts to increase. High-grade specimens, those that have been graded by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command serious money, especially if they are in mint state 67 or higher. When it comes to determining the value of a 2009 P Mint mark quarter, the condition of the coin is everything. Coin grading plays a huge role in how much a coin can be worth. Grading systems range from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70. Coins in this range have minor blemishes but retain their original luster. These coins are still valuable but won't fetch as high of a price. Mint state coins in this grade are much more attractive, with fewer imperfections. Coins graded at this level start to gain serious value. Mint state, these are nearly perfect coins, with only microscopic flaws. Coins graded MS67 and above are extremely rare for the 2009 P Mint mark quarters, and these are the ones collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Mint state perfect coins with no visible imperfections. Finding a 2009 P quarter in MS70 condition is like hitting the jackpot. Now, here's what to look for when determining if your 2009 P quarter might be valuable. Look for well-defined designs on both the obverse, George Washington, and the reverse, the specific territory design. Weak strikes are common, so a coin with clear, sharp details stands out. Circulated coins, which have been used in everyday transactions, will usually have wear, scratches, and marks. A valuable coin should be free from major imperfections. Mint condition coins have a shiny, almost reflective surface. If your coin still has its original luster, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Overall aesthetics matter. If the coin looks particularly attractive and has good toning or color, it may increase its value. So, now to the big question, how much are these coins actually worth today? Well, this is where it gets exciting. In recent years, collectors have paid thousands for high-grade examples of the 2009 P Mint mark quarters. A perfect MS67 or MS68 coin can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. But the holy grail is a coin in near-perfect condition, graded MS69 or higher. One such example of the Northern Mariana Islands 2009 P quarter recently sold for an astonishing $48,600 at auction. Why so much? The combination of the coin's rarity, low mintage, and perfect grade made it highly desirable among collectors. And as more people enter the hobby of coin collecting, demand for these rare coins is only going up. Now that we know why these 2009 P Mint mark quarters are so valuable, here are some tips to help you potentially find one or start building your collection. Yes, it's still possible to find these quarters in circulation, especially if they've been in someone's coin jar for years. Take a close look at any 2009 quarters you come across. Local coin dealers may have 2009 quarters that they haven't checked thoroughly. You might be able to snag a valuable coin at a bargain price. If you're serious about investing in rare coins, look for professionally graded examples. This ensures that you know the exact condition and value of the coin you're buying. Keep an eye on auction results and market trends. Coin values fluctuate, so being knowledgeable about recent sales can help you buy and sell at the right time. There you have it, folks. The 2009 P Mint Mark $quarter coin is a true gem in the world of numismatics. With a rich history, limited mintage, and the potential to be worth over $48,600, this quarter is one to watch out for. If you've got any 2009 quarters lying around, it's time to take a closer look. You might be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving deep into a coin that many people just toss into their change jar without a second thought, the 2010 P Mint Mark $quarter. You might be shocked to learn that a particular variation of this coin could be worth an astonishing $4600. But what makes this ordinary-looking quarter so valuable? Let's break it all down: its history, how to identify the rare ones, and what you should look for in your own collection. First things first, let's talk about the 2010 P Mint Mark $quarter and the America the Beautiful series it belongs to. In 2010, the U.S. Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which was designed to honor national parks and historical sites across the country. This series of quarters replaced the popular 50 States Quarters program, which had ended in 2008. Each quarter in this new series features a unique design on the reverse side, representing different national parks, forests, and historical landmarks. The P Mint mark, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint, indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. In 2010, 5 different designs were released, each commemorating a different landmark. These designs are stunning, but for most people, the 2010 P Mint Mark quarters are just regular change. However, as with many coins, certain rare variations can be worth a lot more. So, where does the $40,600 value come from? Let's start with some basics. For starters, not every 2010 P Mint Mark quarter is valuable. Most are worth just 25 cents, unless you have one in pristine condition. However, what we're looking for is a rare combination of errors, high-grade quality, and scarcity. The condition of a coin plays a huge role in its value. The best way to determine the condition is through professional grading services like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They use a scale from 1 to 70, where a grade of 70 means the coin is in perfect, uncirculated condition, no scratches, no wear, nothing. The 2010 P quarter that fetched an astonishing $40,600 at auction had been graded a perfect MS 67, Mint State 67, by PCGS. This means the coin is in almost perfect condition with no visible flaws even under magnification. These kinds of high-grade coins are extremely rare because most coins, once they enter circulation, get scratched, dirty, or worn down. Another big factor is errors. Error coins are coins that have been minted with mistakes, anything from double strikes to off-center designs. These errors are valuable because they're rare, and collectors love them. The $40,600 coin in question had some very specific error types that set it apart. These included a striking anomaly where the die, the metal stamp used to imprint the coin's design, created a unique imperfection on the quarter. Some rare 2010 P quarters also have what's called a double die error, where the design is struck twice, causing a slight doubling effect on the lettering or images. Error coins like this can send collectors into a frenzy, especially if they're in near-mint condition. These errors, combined with the coin's perfect grade, make it highly collectible and desirable, pushing the value into the tens of thousands. So, if you're checking your quarters for potential treasures, you'll want to look out for any imperfections or signs of doubling, especially on the designs and text. Now, let's talk about the auction market. In recent years, high-quality error coins have fetched incredible prices at auctions. The 2010 P Mint Mark quarter that reached a value of $40,600 was sold through a top-tier auction house, with multiple bidders driving up the price. This just goes to show how much demand there is for rare coins in perfect condition with unique errors. Of course, not every 2010 P quarter will be worth this much, but even those in lower mint state grades, like MS-65 or MS-66, can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars if they feature rare errors or other anomalies. Let's break it down by the numbers. For a typical 2010 P quarter in circulated condition, you're probably looking at its face value, 25 cents. However, for uncirculated versions, the value jumps significantly, so it's always worth having your coins professionally graded if you think they could be in great condition or have errors. Now that you know the potential value, let's talk about how you can check your own coins for these rare qualities. Here's a simple checklist. Make sure it has the P for Philadelphia. Look for coins that don't have obvious scratches or wear. Use a magnifying glass to carefully inspect the details. Look for any doubling in the design, misaligned strikes, or other anomalies. If you think your quarter is in near perfect condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't find a $40,600 coin, you might still have something valuable in your collection. So, there you have it. The 2010 P Mint Mark quarter might look like just another coin, but in some cases, it's worth a fortune. Whether it's due to its perfect condition, rare errors, or a combination of both, certain coins in this series have become hot items for collectors. Who knows? You might have one sitting in your change jar right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos on coin collecting and hidden treasures. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, or if you think you found a valuable coin, maybe we can help you identify it. Until next time, happy collecting.